Live from the Cactus Creek at Ibri, he is the king of prime time, Ghana's undisputed entertainment laureate, and still the youngest old man in Ghana. Put your hands together, show some love for the indefatigable KSM.
The KSM Show.
Hello. Well, what can I say? This is the first post-election show on the KSM Show, man. Show some love for that, man. First one. And since the first one, you know, say the first one there, we're going to do Saturday conference saying political post-mortem. And my guest today, I guess he's the most qualified man to talk about it for a few reasons, you know. And we'll talk about the reasons when it comes on board. But help me to welcome my good friend. Now, let me tell you what I like about this guy, man. We've been friends for a long time. We're co-premper together, but you mates or I'm a small boy. And, you know, we share ideas. And when we agree, we agree. When we disagree too, we agree to disagree. Put your hands together, folks. Show some love for my good friend, Kwabena Manu, a.k.a. Pancho. Oh man, good to see you.
Always, as usual.
Have a seat here.
That's it. Thank you.
Folks, Kwabena Manu is in the house. So we're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, Kwabena Manu, or as we always call him, Pancho, in the house. We'll be right back.
The KSM Show.
Hi, folks. If you have not been to Cactus Creek, I wonder why. Where have you been? Well, it's happening this Christmas there and around the Cactus. You are welcome there anytime. And on the 22nd, put that on your calendar. We are having a festival of feasts at the Cactus Creek. Charlie, local, continental, you can't beat it. So call this number right now and secure yourself for the 22nd of December. The number is 055-039-5007. It will get you to Cactus. Secure your place for the 22nd of December.
Is it the luxurious rooms? Or the serene green surroundings? Is it the tempting swimming pool? Or the classy conference room? Or the cute gift shop? Maybe it's our chef's array of cooking delights. Whichever way, it's all about Cactus Creek. A most respected hotel. 055 039 5007.
The KSM Show.
Keep watching your most authoritative KSM show, the best show. We all love it. And I would like all of you to keep watching KSM. He is a patriot who loves our country and who has done this for many years. And we cannot miss the opportunity to support him, to express our solidarity, and to wish him the very best. So keep watching the KSM show.
Thank you very much. We're back. And my good friend here, Pancho, in the house. I'm sure those of you who remember the times when they were having the NPP primaries? And everybody was wondering, hey, is it Kwabena, Kennedy, Japan going? Is it Alan? So that time when nobody was sure, I brought my friend Pancho in, And Pancho came and looked at the camera director and said, Charlie, you guys, what are you talking about? Baumia Nekro. I'm saying, are you sure? We went back and forth. At the end of the day, Baumia won the primaries. Well, he said again to do a post-mortem with me. So show him some love one more time. Pancho Kwabo, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Kwaku.
Wow. So let me start straight from the top, man. You know, let me say this. Some time before the election, I was talking to a very good friend of mine. I won't mention the name.
Sure.
NPP. Very, very strong one, you know. And I was telling him, the way I'm seeing things, there may be an upset. And he told me, okay, Kweku, what are you talking about? You know, we are still very, very, very strong on the ground, and there's no way there'll be an upset. You know. And I'm saying, I don't have that feeling. But there's something he said. He said, and that sort of threw me off. You know, I said, Charlie, if at this time you are saying, say, then to me it doesn't sound like you are very confident, you know. So let me leave it over to you. What's your assessment, your immediate assessments of the painting of Ghana green?
Kwaku, before I start,
Please.
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Then, you see, there are some things in this world that are so eternally true that they are worth dying for.
They are so internally true?
Eternally.
Oh, eternally
true.
Okay.
That they are so, it is worth dying
for.
And if a man is afraid to die for something that he is willing to live for, then he's not even fit to live.
I like that. If a man is afraid to die
for something that he's willing to live for, then he isn't even fit to live. And then somewhere I read that in a period of moral crisis, silence is betrayal.
Oh, I like that. Charlie, it's a good soundbite too. In a period of moral crisis, silence is betrayal.
Yes. Until I will not be silent. I believe in always speaking the truth. Those of us who believe in Christianity and those of us who don't, it is in that good old book that ye shall speak the truth and the truth shall set you free. Until today I am here to talk about why the NPP lost so miserably.
Before you start, did you anticipate it, or like my other friend to you was telling me, did you anticipate it?
Kweku, I felt that the NPP had chalked so many success stories. And I also believe, say, trying a Muslim and a Northerner for the first time, maybe we could win it. And I was 80% sure. But the day of the election, Kweku, I was in Kumasi. I took the STC to Kumasi and I also took it back. But a friend of mine, a lawyer friend of mine, gave me his car. So as I was driving from Kwamo through Efijase, through Dwabin, Kwamo, Edriso, Dwabin, Efijase, Asamai, Aguna.
You were driving through?
Yes. Jamase, all the way to Nsuta. I did not see any lines there. It was pretty early, but it was past 7 o'clock.
This was the voting day?
The voting day. It was around 7:30. As I was driving, the lines were so short. And I said, Ashanti region, our stronghold. What is going on? We drew in Suta, and then people asked me, say, na me banenet say. I'm saying, man, who you? Because lines need tia. The lines are short. No, so now saying ECIN say polling station be crown and near chamber 4 or 5.
Until maybe that's why.
Until the lines in the hall. So I went to my area in Suta Roman Catholic school. They processed me, and in 6 minutes
About what
I was
time?
done. 7:45.
Wow.
7:45. It wasn't 8 o'clock yet, I assure. And these 6 minutes, they processed me for the presidential election and also for the parliamentary election. It took me about 6 minutes. Got in the car, coming back, driving through the same, there were no lines. Let me catch him, madam, for say, Ashanti region, protest ballot. They are not voting. Oh, you better win it. You better win. You better win. Say we too early. Okay, say. Ya chiche nipa ni lines.
Yeah.
I got on the STC coming back to Accra. So I'm saying you are going through a couple of regions, eastern regions. So come on. And you know, it was the same thing. I lost hope. Maybe I really lost hope. Until the results didn't really shock me. She said they're shocking for this.
For you, was that the first indication? Say, things don't look good, or you had that feeling, sort of?
Never had that feeling.
Never had it.
Never had that feeling. Now you take some Crawford say, Abanian to, but I felt say Ashanti region there, being the UP tradition, no, I'm ready to do a man for Bekakoto. But their cries fell on deaf ears. We are taking it serious.
Let me get this straight. So you had heard the complaints and the rumors that they are not voting, but basically, yes, no.
Yes.
Whatever happens, Ashanti region, they'll get up and go vote.
Matia Broso, I had heard it because sometime in January, a Kobwa NPP ni guy be meaning no or Oforikrom, and then some of the contestants were paying 4,000 to each delegate. Into delegate we have 10,000.
Wow.
Ghana cedis, the new Ghana cedis. Into young guys ni be jeja ho mo dem jijis come nhye ho. It drew elections and one amoka akoto abano. I didn't take it seriously. Because delegate system no. And one of them toa. Even though me in 2004 after I contested in Suta, I came back to the US in 2005. Made so much noise about it, said the delegate system is not democratic enough. We need to change it and make it all card-bearing members. Now, the local people, they have everything to teach NPP members abroad, but nothing to learn from us.
They have everything to teach, but nothing to learn.
Yes, they have everything to teach us, but nothing to learn from us. Senka me kan eto asomo na wosenka sebi omudi ho dwuma. They make can say if we don't change the delegate system, the NPP and the elephant will not rise again. Not in our lifetime. I'm telling you, I'm serious, Kweku. We have toiled for nothing. Let me put it that way, because amanfo aye adwuma o. Amanfo aye adwuma pa for us to lose like this. Kweku, look at the numbers. Mahama got 115,000 more than what he got in 2020. And yet he won the elections because his men went to vote. And I asked young Crawford, apathy and anger, we didn't vote.
What do you think created the apathy and the anger? And why didn't anybody pick it up and say, I am Crawford? There's a lot of apathy going on. Because people seem quite relaxed though. I know one, I don't want to mention his name.
Don't mention any
actually a minister. And they had plans. Baby, this is what I, So how come say Obiam picky anything at all? Can people be that tone deaf?
Whether they are deaf or not, I attribute some of it to stupidity.
What you know here?
Oh,
to stupidity.
Yes.
Why?
Arrogance, sheer arrogance, impunity, and a host of stuff. Kweku, when we won in 2020, Senana Akufo Addo, the votes reduce. Reduce. Na niema bebre koswa na eya manfo ehi. Ebinumu edidi. People are sitting at the table eating, but not everyone is using a fork. And not everyone has been served any good food. Some are eating the crumbs. Yet Tijuana na Cecilia Dapa case ibaye. Ufie, Ghana must go back millions of dollars, euros, cedis. People were listening, they saw it, and nothing became of it. And then, Kweku, your friend is saying retirees and pensioners, you touch their money. Kweku, me Jimmy pension, me Jimmy pension for having served a long time and worked in the United States. Nobody touches it. They were not getting their money. Some people even died.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ken Oforiatta, there were calls for the head of the government, Nana Akufo Addo, to remove him. It fell on deaf ears. Ken Oforiatta is not an economist. Or a finance guy, investment guy. He wasn't an economist. Now, so many policies, e-levy, taxes. Why could COVID a chum? Why are we still paying COVID taxes? Why are we still paying COVID taxes? Why is the government still charging people COVID taxes at the ports? I'm on for any bill and to set it, but we have toiled in vain. That's all I will say. We have suffered the worst political defeat since the UP days.
Yeah.
Since the UP days, we didn't suffer that during Buzia in the Second Republic. Third Republic, Hillary Liman won, but there was a blunder because of the UNC and the PNC. CPP won. Actually, PNP.
PNP, yeah.
People's National Party, with Dr. Hillary Liman. And maybe why you learn from your mistakes. We didn't do anything about it. They say we had this loss. Massive. Massive.
Yeah.
And who are you going to blame?
Let me. So why do you think? Because you're talking about all these lessons that were red flags, that the intelligent, discerning people in the party should have realized that actually these red flags. Let's do something about that. So why do you think? Is it that they didn't see the red flags? Is it that they saw but didn't care? What could have caused this?
They saw it. I think they didn't care. They didn't give a hoot about it. Like I said before, the politicians in Ghana, they think they have everything to teach politicians outside. NPP politicians outside, but nothing to learn from us. And that's not just. It's not fair. Kweku, you lived in the United States. You know, sir, they don't play with their politics. It's grassroots.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here, they neglected them. They neglected the grassroots, thinking, they sounded the alarm. The writing was on the wall. Abanoyan too, with the Makoji Musika Asham, who be Aji fridge, be Aji say, a mirror swan, Obaka to Abano. People didn't take them seriously. But it manifested on election day. It is on Crawford, Jina, where show more to Abano. They were massive, but in the line,
very little.
Little. Very, very little.
What does that say about the evolution of Ghana politics? Because until then, that was the standard approach. With the Momonkasa, when the time is coming, throw them a couple of t-shirts, flour, burn 1 million in them, put that out there. And in the past, people have actually voted because of that. So what do you think happened? When did that change occur that your budgets are too much?
Let me say, it started right after the 2020 election. If you know 2020 elections, I think for so they did the same thing. Social media, so you better ato am etiamo. You better edi so you mamo. They didn't take these things seriously. These were cries. You see, even as babies, our little cries were a bit for attention. But these so-called intellects and politicians, they refuse to take heed to all those rhetoric. Arrogance have done us in. Arrogance has done us in, Kweku. Partly arrogance. Kweku, what was the real necessity for a national cathedral? What was it? Some things are just some things where you don't need. People are hungry. Yeah. You are building a national cathedral. It's not finished. Still sitting there.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood, hopper becoming Second Avenue, the stretch. And nkrofo so bonachi ehun hia but you continue to do the same thing. Kweku, I remember very well. You see, after this interview, a lot of people might not like me, but if you am catch us say mente wonche nko school a me mfa de obeka ho. Somewhere wo Kwabere, the elders of the town, chiefs ni nkrofo bebre tena ho no mo tie mu, mo ameye yakwan amaye ya ntoma mo, mo ameye yakwan na ya ntoma mo. So, fortunately or unfortunately, Nana Akufo Addo went to a radio station. That question was asked. And then as strong and whatever that he is, he reiterated, say, hey, I'm not fazed by your threats. Somebody
votes for you, somebody supports you, it's because they want you to do things for them. I understand that. There's no need for people to go to man, say. I don't want to answer. Of course, mayor. And about to decide to am NDC. I want answer, man. I don't need myself. Obi and so and in Timsu, baby. And they wow.
These were all part of the cries. These were all part of the cries. People speak about Bedi Etio. Me need problem with Bedi Etio because when I call him or text him, it might take a long time, but he will
get
respond.
back to you.
Party executives, Talata Rita Asobire, fine lady. She will return your call. She will call you back. Oshiawa, everything is cool. It's not like that with each and every one of them. There was one, also yes, John Buedu. John Buedu, when he was General Secretary, I called John Buedu more than 16 times.
Wow.
Never answered my call. And then share an event be what man share. I'm say, hey, Charlie, me friend, I won't feel me. Oh, no, say number Ben, I may friend. He had a Tigo number. And that was what he had, and we had talked a couple of times previously.
On that same number?
Yes. But for a period of 2 years, my friend about 16 times, 2 years, not a call back. I texted him, not a response. We share a airport, Terminal 2, the old Terminal 2. Now me call a year or Boko. My name is Danfo, lawyer. You call a year or Boko. To me, who and I'm saying, Charlie, me friend, I want for a day. And then now, yes, sir. Then he proceeded, no, here, no, I see new phone now, number, frame me, I'll be me, any.
No, the new number, now.
The new number, mommy. I called an extra maybe 6, 7, 8 times. No pickup, no texting back.
Well, just before we continue, was it because when you say, why do you think that? Because evidently, we are
from NPP USA in New York. He knows me.
Okay.
He knows me.
Yeah.
He knows about the old man also in our UP and NPP politics. And I don't know why. And I make us some form of arrogance, the I don't careism type of thing. I just don't care. Say unkuta position. Then you mean what? They don't care about you. America, Obama, a union president.
I remember. You were,
yes. And we know politics. I mean, 2004, 2008, I challenged Osei Prempe. I lost. 2020, I was one of the contestants for the Kumasi mayor. It didn't go.
Mayor?
Yes, it didn't go my way. But me lose my first one to Osei Prempe, and then who say the delegate system is obsolete. It's not good. We need to change it. From 2005 up to now.
So how hard have you been working to get it changed, and what are the obstacles?
I have spoken to people like Boachie Jako, Osi Pancho, Yabese Sano. Then you speak to some party executives. regional. So when I say ye BMU, you enlarge the numbers, but people can still buy them. When it is all card-bearing members, people who have paid their dues, and they are all voting out, you can't buy anyone. You cannot buy anyone. And that's the way forward. That is the way forward.
So people like Ajakun, did he understand you because you have some kind of US experience and you are coming from that angle? Why do you think he believed in what you were saying, and why do you think even with the combined forces, you couldn't accomplish what you were thinking would work?
One factor is the fact that Ajakun listens to me because we knew each other in New York. And then also his father, my father, they go back a long way during the UP time. But Boachi was marginalized and sidelined with that Ameritrade stuff, He's a one-man soldier. Yes. And other factors, Alan leaving was a factor. But I didn't care because you can't be a politician and if you don't get your way, I quit the party. That wasn't the first time. That's fine. Because he knew he wasn't going to win.
Really?
Alan knew he wasn't going to win.
Not even like a spoiler or a kingmaker? He didn't think you get
that
far?
Spoiler, a woman.
Spoiler, no.
So no campaigns or winning. No Tipra game when Kumasi Abonte. So not even 8 people, more than 8 people were following him. Or Tipra game no a campaign. Into the spoiler role, he has achieved it. He has achieved the spoiler role.
So you are saying, say, Alan is sitting pretty, say.
Of course.
Your hand when you know.
Say na ne buafu Baumia, Baumia ba ono so tewo see a drum no so. You remember in a previous interview, me catch you say drum so be any ho. I say Baumia you try no anye. They've always said say NPP ya Asante 4 party. We did our all. We put him out there from the northern sector, a Muslim.
You were very confident that he would shock Ghanaians. You were very confident, maybe.
Yes.
Based on what? Your confidence, no?
So we had chalked in some achievements. Educational reforms by Osei Edichum. Some infrastructural, roads and all that kind of stuff. MPP 4 years. But you don't wait till the week or 2 weeks before elections to commission them. And those things don't work. The disgruntled...
Because it looks like they were there for vote.
Yes. The disgruntled voter, no catches, open vote until now the way church. It could have been done earlier on, Senke. Ghanaians have short memory. But a Spintex road in the flower pot overpass, who showed no 5 months ago, Kuranoa. People will still know because they travel on it each and every day. You see, when a girl be called you're in Kube.
You see, I say, no.
Intimuntimin conscience says, "Our near Mako, men found my habium." Did that whoever it was? Nkrofo when he's no original minister for Accra. I don't know. Some Nkrofo I don't know him personally. Did you have to go and break and kick the table na the season? Or ton Kube? Oh man, adwuma bia nye Kube and our ton. You could tell her some patch away the afeni bio high and primo bia fan near my misia. You don't go out there and kick the table and the stand and the near manisiso. Now sebi or to abano MPP ni club to amount. The worst case scenario, he will not go, she will not go and vote because now you're bar uncle to abano. These are the little things. There are so many that I can talk about. So many. We'll go on a commercial break and make some notes be I'm a jot to down. So be asking for my mind. I'll recollect all of them. I have things again on Kandapa, national security guy. Kweku. Honestly, I called about 5-6 times. Let me pay Juma Mabusuanibi in the service agencies. No. Inyano ba, not on the phone, through WhatsApp. and also means text me send it nipano application in a yimreno. It didn't materialize to anything. But 2008. Crawford said for a brooch na buy ye corner one me kumbi. I feel no be put position I say
that was the grab against you.
Yes.
So if you're Shaba.
Aye. Kandapa, and I'll give him credit. He got up and said, sir, Papa you jina also NPP ni pa. 92 na yan to abano. Ye ba to 96 92 na yan ko parliament no. 96 no. Me koye lala sulala ewa America. Papa meeting ase or sorry jina ho ka say oni sika won ho meeting e frɛ no man ka de kronti aye meeting no. But you we meeting no car me team no edi na chi ama no kojina bank. For the first time who see yisika wo dan ho. That time na ATM so no nuru ha. You are talking 1995 name so no.
The person the first one who say yisika wo dan ho no.
Dan ho say na Ghana it wasn't here. Yes.
Because
ATM ko yisika ma no kwaku. Until he gave me credit then. Now nim say nipa ya na me so me hia mo akakra. Ama busu ani adwuma o man kan just kandapa say dey hia me na ma me sika bi ntumi botom. No. O ma busu ani adwuma o mesere me sika biem. Kwaku, he didn't do anything about it. And I'll say to his face if I see him. Ochia me a me sorry, me ngeno so me ntene me nsama no. Me kwa ye bi wo yonso. I think say yonso on the 29th and the 30th. The 30th one no. Na napo or chia ba na nkrofo sorry here. Oh your him di anka metima ka say me dey need die ma because you cultural you know nti sorry. Nkrofo say sorry man few am class om ye nipa.
Na napo na
chia ba na mete ho.
I'm sorry.
Me sorry nye dey napo ya asante hene.
On that note, folks, let's take a short commercial break because a commoner here deba. Let's take a break. When we come back, I'm still in the house with my good man, Kwabena Manu, aka Pancho. We'll be right back.
The KSM Show.
Hi, folks. If you have not been to Cactus Creek, I wonder why. Where have you been? Well, it's happening this Christmas there and around the Cactus. You are welcome there anytime. And on the 22nd, put that on your calendar. We are having a festival of feasts at the Cactus Creek. Charlie, local, continental, you can't beat it. So call this number right now and secure yourself for the 22nd of December. The number is 055 0395007. It will get you to Cactus. Secure your place for the 22nd of December.
Is it the luxurious rooms? Or the serene green surroundings? Is it the tempting swimming pool? Or the classy conference room? Or the cute gift shop? Maybe it's our chef's array of cooking delights. Whichever way, it's all about Cactus Creek. A most respected hotel. 055 039 5007.
The KSM Show.
Yes, my name is Freddie Westmew Amable. I've been on the show of KSM. My good friend, old family friend. It brought memories. His show is awesome. I loved it. Keep on watching it. He's very patriotic, very objective, and extremely knowledgeable. It's one of the best shows that you can come across. Not only in Ghana, in the whole world. Keep watching it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for waiting. And we're back. And I'm hanging out with my good friend, aka Pancho. But it didn't party or the Kwabena Manu, only Pancho. But Kwabena, you know, I'm listening to you. I'm just imagining other people listening to you. Some may think, say, Akwe, there's something really amana bitter. Is it some bitterness? And I say, truth in episode, and why now?
Kweku, obi obeka say bitterness, no, then they don't know me. Those who were bitter, and I'm phone be bitter. Now I say, we be almost radio station called Diatem and Enema. I have never insulted anyone. I just want to lay the facts and the truth out there. Somewhere I read again, they said the hottest places in hell are reserved for those who, in a period of moral crisis, maintain their silence.
Maintain their silence.
Maintain their silence.
Do I want to say Obekasa?
The person behind it, yeah, Dante. Yes. Intino, Kweku asem ni shewu na wa anka na e boy yare. And at the Americans no correct. We need to regroup as a party and come out and do better the next time. The current administration has killed the party, killed the soul of the party. You know, we need to talk about it. Eugene Entry recently, Ojina Baby no Wakase, Gabi Ochredakon, who was not voted for, is sitting at Jubilee House giving ministerial appointments. And then he's right, Kweku, he's right for saying that. I'll say Arrogance na mekano, Gabi Ochredakon. 2008, 2007, after Nana was given the flag bearership, we had a fundraiser in New York, and we had a luncheon, barbecue luncheon type of thing, in New Jersey, in one guy's house, Steve Mallory. Right now, he has fallen apart with the party.
The editor for
Africa Watch.
Yeah.
Africa Watch.
Yeah.
Find out so nimno. What's the Pancho say? Na yeah fundraising no enyumere no e wo Cocoa House e wo Edward Grant Highway. Ti na nipa abre oduduru fie be 6-7 in the morning. Ti wi ano be 1 e wo say me drew New Jersey. Kweku being one of the architects for this fundraising, you know, for Nana Akufo Addo. I got to New Jersey, my packing my car. I brante for me nanti akosoro room na omo wo mu no me ko ho agabi ochre daako ojina ho or see the room is full. We'll put a monitor outside for you guys to watch
on one room.
Now a bit my custom room in room. O kind na me hwe nanim na me hwe kosi na na ase. Kweku, I use some filthy words. So I can use them here. I will use them.
No, for the sake of TV, there. We'll imagine what
the
you said.
And say, who the F do you think you are?
Wow.
Get away from my face. I'm not trained who could have because a clamor or didn't do a shen and anthem. I'm saying you can't come from the UK or Ghana to tell us here in New York and New Jersey what to do and what not to do. And then Crawford actually and say, hey, we Pancho the New York were one of the strong stalwarts. The organizers idea, you know.
I've always been.
Since then, no, the man sees me who came. Oh, baby, or come. Miss Menchia, no, I mean, Cotton will be a son chianida. That's my character. Unfamiliar here, Miss Menfamiliar. That's it. See, and in the moon kakra, our party executives nationally, some of them don't even know the party's political history.
Yeah.
But when me call UPS or winning na area, I'm so call no the manifesto Akufo ba hoka kasamano. One guy, one member of the executives, and SK Dombo. Buzia was never, Dombo was never SK Dombo. Oh yeah, SD Dombo. Simon Dear Don Dombo, the man from Dori, Jirapa area ho. Now because he had two Obama when executives. You don't even know the political history. But you know he was able to get away with it because majority of the people there, so some of them are the youth, they don't know. And those who are older, they don't know any better.
How much of that people who have just come in or who are in but don't really know the roots of where the MP has come from, how much was that a factor in dismantling the NPP? Say, but even they don't even know the history of where the party has started. How much of a factor was that?
I know the Americans say a smaller factor.
Small, okay.
A smaller factor. I know a busuani bia or no more fee no. Sebi. I will say. On any man in a bush and form to be if you're on to my NPP and I'm on Koto because they will never vote for the NDC and then it won't happen. Yes. It is hard it happen, but it's just of a small fraction, yes.
Let me rewind. I would say what's your gripe with him and what did you think of him as the choice for vice president?
Okay, I'll answer that question in two ways. When he was chosen as the vice, I didn't like it. Maybe penasem, because he is arrogant. Kwekwe arrogant. He has shown it to me. Yeah, when in 2016, knowing him say 2008 or 2008, I think say, 2008. Yawamankwa ne party chairman. Me call me will free shooter by Kumasi. Me catch Yawamankwa. Then say, more camp delegates, I can't even get a chance to talk to them. Na poso ba hoso onso so ne nkrofo ba ho be ye dede ne nkrofo no be turn tables around. To meeting him, I know say we are all attempting to go to parliament at the same time. And he knows of me. 2016 year when a party na Boachi asenso Boachi ye party bi. And I share ho na no kasa. No jira ntimi jira ne nchen o kasa wie na onyan kasa bi na nipa no so ne no edi nkomo no so ehwe baabi. I'm sure na poet saying when film class me nipa. When film class so hwe manim say na che say maybe he thinks I'm a non-entity bi. I never forgave him. Me ma won chen meje contract. Me ma won chen fa kra ne chen sin be didi wo fie. But for you to show that kind, we are say kra no kwaku me tika mu na me twen wo no. Nkola bi twem ha mu hu o mo chia wo. O so o giso. Maami bi twem o chia me na me giso. And chia ye den a obi chia wa you just ignore the person. And it's not only me. A lot of people know say oye arrogant. The age I was draw aka kotodi wakotu escard in the ato. Prempe College house bi so. Near the Akufo Addo house so house na pose o say dey to house bi. Enu o mere so. Kwaku enti that's one of the factors. Maybe look say the day you the vice presidential slot no man no. The first address to supporters and enthusiasts. E dey no ye. Obia nya adwuma nsere na Akufo Addo. If it's a Ghana nya independence.
Ghana ha ya chechi Ghana abakosoma. President Akufo Addo call retirement. Not to be case we say a free say ya chechi Ghana from 1957. Ebekane ya nya president bia wabua Ghana China na Addo na Akufo Addo.
Do you have to compare Nana Addo to even Akufo? Your party mo. Akufo did his best. Obia in a regime the obetumi aye so he shouldn't have said that. Even in the heat of the moment, you have to think, you have to be smart and not make stupid and reckless statements. If we know more Kwame Nkrumah no.
Me say free 1957 back on mo form Kwame Nkrumah no mo form Obia the wa di mampanya. What Ghana who buy and the Ghana color name China Nadu Dankwa Akufo Addo.
Hey, you don't play with Kwabena Nkrumah in Ghana. Make Kwabena Nkrumah the make papa tomu.
Make a minimum, sir.
So no, I would never stand somewhere and talk like that about Kwabena Nkrumah.
Yeah.
They make my car say, in fact, I can't Kwabena Nkrumah. So we discuss Kwabena Nkrumah and now say America so Kwabena Nkrumah was a dictator. And he had that dictatorial tendencies. Mecca, somebody may disagree with me. But Napo, do you have to stand out there? Your amount of vice presidential slot. Go out there and talk to the people, say, who kasa without thinking.
Let me ask you this. Since at least you know a lot about the NPP.
I do.
You know a lot. What went into the decision that he should be the vice? Because there were candidates there. What can do? You know, what went into that decision?
Kweku, I don't want to guess, but this is hearsay. You see a pass Antony because you are fan not now. I do to me as Antony. I do to me as Antony. But what I know and what I hear, say, young family do to me in search here. That's what people said for the party office. Party executives, no, say, I do to me in search here. Na po bien in some, who delegates name the party people are.
Or you're generous.
Yes, or you're generous, or yema womo.
And the Chumonye.
See, Adichum is trained in the United States. It will take a while for him to understand these little nuances. Let me call it nuances. Oh, papa na boy, juma papa. I'll take this opportunity, say NDC for bar, even if say pen advice, educational advisory board, the never to so no work can be actually. We shouldn't be like say party we are banty the now we no ye jai yen twaso yen say. But now put there we bought more than we could chew. Like I say a pass Antony. Say no kwa na ya Antony. No kwa na ya Antony. Was it
yes and then at that inauguration Otumfuo so ka say with the miana matete no
Otumfuo statement, you know. So Otumfuo the kind of one you have to be careful. I am paraphrasing what Otumfuo said. I'm not quoting him.
Okay.
I say Napo, Mate say when you swadi when you swadi Mr. So I hear Matete man tete sa.
Okay.
And Maba
was like a disclaimer crack.
Yes, and Maba umia no who say we yi.
Yeah.
He said all that. Behind the back of the mind, you know, what it be? Or no so go and redeem yourself or prove yourself. Say atito wa here. You jai kanwa upia bonting. And oko kan Kwabena Nkrumah no.
Eba ye yesen krofo bi se wani so ade me se akwalai me titi no ofie ma hunu sa ade enti na ne ye kasa. Hwem de ye ka no media mesa wuti sentesa e ma ne nye ho na e ba nso anyame tumi enti ubedi akire na bibia ya bompa ye ati akire na de nyame ahyehye aye ho amaye.
A few moments later.
Messi Afrique 1957 bakana mo fa mo Kwabena Nkrumah no mo fa mo Obia the wa di mampanya wa Ghana who buy and the Ghana color name China Nadu Dankwa Akufo Addo.
So you cannot tame akoko. Akoko ne kenten ne abrogu hona butun so kan abro no beso sorry. So that's it. A whole lot of mistakes were made. He wasn't the right choice. I'm telling you today.
Yeah.
To me, it wasn't the right choice.
At some point realized actually we goofed.
Oh,
making the choice.
Me sure said they realized that they won't come out and say it.
Of course.
Well, with me sitting here today and talking, maybe it will give people the confidence to come out and say something. And you pay wakoke Kwabena Nkrumah di a chile baby say a slip of tongue or catch us some so kind so compare by me and my house. Montua Banama Mahama.
What about Domama ni Lobo Tidi? Baba ni
Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so we sort of why have some very, very good, solid postmortem. Right now, I think that this election also is sending a word to the whole of Ghana.
Oh, definitely.
Say, Charlie, election say From where you sit, what message should Mahama and the NDC get from the results? Other than rejoice and say, actually, are killing or we have all these members of parliament and what is the underlying factor that you will say, this is what we should now be thinking of?
I'll tell the NDC folks, don't be complacent. So you won the presidential and parliamentary elections by just 115,000 votes from the 2020 results. You won it because the NPP handed it to you. 2 million and a little above NPP members did not vote. Into no making sure say Ghana come out with ideas that will help the ordinary Ghanaian. It's not about going into power and amassing wealth. It should never be like that. The NDC NPP always trying to obey the 11th commandment. And the 11th commandment, he said, thou shalt not get caught when you steal.
Thou shalt not get caught when you steal.
Yes. Steal with a finesse. Even when you are caught, it will be termed embezzlement rather than stealing.
Stealing.
Yes, that is what did us in. There were so many scandals. And people, they didn't care. But the voters cared. The voters cared, especially, forget about NDC voters. NPP voters cared because Moody, my sochi, so a common crop for yes, so we are so to Abamamo. Into the NDC should take clues and cues from it.
For me, it's a refreshing thing to know that the electorate has evolved to the extent that you can't take them for granted.
Very true. You cannot take them for granted.
Yeah.
Because they say, majority of voters, the youth. I would say because 30 and below, from 18 to 30. Senior citizens say their party now a woman. We vote because we are part of the party. Kamimi Kokumasin could drive through all that place in Kotuaba and say back to Accra the same day. To the youth, the Omania be this time. Papa. You cannot take them for granted. I just say free SHS good and great. A boy man for. But you think that every SHS member, including people who are even there now, no. No. And Ghanaian voters have gotten a sensible, smart. You cannot take them for granted. And they forget it. They say we have to do something that will move everybody forward. Say, you can't, the election process, the primaries, it has to be all card-bearing members. Until we for delegates now, more musica be brave. No, akotoaba. We are nipa bisu namho. 10 cities need 200 cities. Kwa open it. They are starting a business kakrebi no. Onya. So meanwhile, we be at 4,000.
Yeah. And more.
Yeah.
And more.
For one day, a job back up. Ukojina hotu abama, the parliamentary candidate to win the primaries. Onya says cannot the cop. You be trim. I will lead the fight. Then you go party headquarters near Pencroff DH. Be a press conference. Say they need power to be country police in Ibiza. We will do that. Because if we don't do that, we will never be strong again. Then PP will never be strong again.
I heard Baumia saying, say, yeah, they are going to go and regroup and come back.
But I assure you that we will regroup and come back even stronger. We will take stock of events and pick lessons to guide us going forward.
what advice do you have for the party? Say, these are the things, and unless you are ready to do these things, don't think about coming back. What advice do you have?
It boils down to the fact that they will let or allow all card-bearing members of the NPP vote in the primaries. That's priority number one.
All card-bearing members?
Yes. And then you can include dues-paying members. And there's a meme wo hona mabusuya fobi mienu miensa bi. Omu due say 10 cedis a month no muntimi ntwa metime twa ma no on tour mentor no. I'm just giving him the chance to vote in the primaries. And yes, also MPB and ntimi nkonkoto obi. Because omu bo kasa anu wi a omu call parliament, that's where corruption starts.
Yeah, they need to make up the money they've lost.
Yes. And executives and party for no, we need to start putting people who can really do the job. Nyam Krofwa or per party ne dia hand time sem. I mean I'm here MPP, General Secretary, and I'm here MPP, organizer. So it's not right. It's not right.
So that system, that's one.
Yes.
What do you think? What's the second one? Well, that's it. If they can able to change that.
I know you're number one.
Number one.
The second thing is the party executives should come down and mingle with the grassroots. Don't just go there during your term, sit in that party office, come out with some policies. Say policies be our home party for and vote to on to see say if it is right for us. Yes. Another thing, and it affects both the NPP and the NDC. They've gone to school, they've graduated, they are looking for jobs here. Some of them are interested in politics. But because of the fact that if you have another citizenship of another country, you cannot hold some positions in this country. I will say Europe now, they need to definitely make sure say yeah Tuaba. The thing has been passed already since Akufo time.
I remember.
But no government, the NDC and the NPP, electoral commissioners now, the EC, won't put anything in place. I'm so almost sure because they figure they won't put in place and maybe there will be a third force, a third party, a real third party. And you're Cheddar the enemy. Like Cheddar, he did well. I must give him credit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I knew he was going to beat Alan Chamatin. I said it anywhere I went. Said Cheddar be the third.
Wow.
Oh, and I knew. Alan they said protest vote. None of bofu. And MPP for na no bofu no mudi nechi no. Bebre try o man koto aba no. Because they will not go and vote against the NPP.
Because I saw Alan's the butterfly lunch of Kumasi. It was a sea of yellow.
Yes.
So I said, wow. There must be some heavy.
NDC does that, MPP does that, Alan did it. A matter of busing. Or quite 20 cities, we know saying a t-shirt.
So why do politicians want to tickle themselves and laugh? So why you say Domna Abano, what you on Sombra, now which never say, what done with the what do you earn? What do you gain?
I think say some kind of psychological thing. Because say, hey, I'm on for NPP for voters, so NDC for voters, so you shouldn't do that. Baby send any part 1,000 Rabbi Jahotia was some catcher or if it is good, they will sell the message. And it's all boss a kahuno to do all that. It doesn't make sense.
With that disappointment of the party, if you have a chance to meet Nana one-on-one, no see Pancho, where did I go wrong? How do we bring the party back? What advice would you give him?
Nana Akufo Addo. I doubt if he will call me, but I'm answering your question.
Okay.
If we happen to meet, like I just said, Nana, you have to meet NPP people and tell them and apologize. Say you are sorry for creating a mess.
To NPP.
Of course, Kweku, his administration, not only him, but him being the leader of the party at this time, the president, the buck falls on him. He needs to apologize to the party for the mess the disgracing result of this election. He needs to. If he's a man, he should do that. That's all, yes, sir. Does it belittle you? Kweku, it takes a man to say, I'm sorry. I've let you people down. He needs to do it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Started Chim Mafia. People took it so lightly. They didn't care. But the rhetoric, no, it was big and huge.
What do you think was the impact of that presence of the Achim Mafia?
Say, Kweku, friends and family. If someone is good, unuya you good now, but appointing, there's nothing wrong with that. Gabi Ochre Dako, I really don't know what he had done in Ghana here. Not to UK. He came on board, and so a presidential advisor, fine. But you have to listen to the people who are not your relatives. Also, you have to. Kweku, a lot of people are so happy, say, Bedi Etio, the Abifolo, no. I feel sad.
Yeah, very.
Because me, mum, dear, he was never arrogant to me or towards me. So, him say, I'm from 5, no bar, from 1 and a half.
Yeah, I think so.
Ramsey House, no Bobo,
yeah.
The nickname Slim. Or Penny. But I don't think, say, I will never call him arrogant. I'll never call Bedi Etio arrogant. He's never been arrogant to me. Other people can call him arrogant, but for me, he's never been arrogant. I really wish him well. I hope he will recover. I'm in New York, maybe 5 days before the stroke.
Oh, really?
Yes. Ishiano. You know, yeah, Kasai, so I was here. He's a good guy. Whatever, it's just unfortunate. Say, Bibisa, I don't know. Now, one thing, Ken Oforiata. You know, Ghana, when we saw a mount political platform, because campaign I'm an MPP da.
I haven't paid attention to that, but it seems right.
Oh, so be when I want can check me, I apologize. So my I remember how 1 minute, Maka says I take my words back. Me who be da.
Not only platform.
Ken Oforiata. Me personally, he's a weird character to me. But Obia one of the ways of life. Very quiet guy. They say he's religious. And they are no religion. If you are religious, you don't come out with policies that will hurt retirees and pensioners. That's my take. They play a role. Play a role. When the MPs call for his removal, no, it fell on deaf ears. It had to be done at the last minute. The damage had been done already. The damage had been done already.
We have just the dying minutes. So, Pancho, you've said a lot, you know. At one point I was saying that when people say you are bitter, and you proved that it's not about bitterness. It's just about telling the truth and letting the chips fall where they may.
Your favorite thing.
Share so loud, man. That's my favorite thing. So what are your parting words? We just have like a minute or so. What should Ghana do, not the NPP? So say there's this big change, you know. What do you look forward to seeing in Ghana?
Ghanaian politicians should think of Ghana first. Not enriching their pockets or family members. Think of Ghana, come out with policies that will help the youth. Unemployment should be a #1 priority because we have so many unemployed young men in this country. That's the #1 priority. They should realize that you are only in office for 4 years. And do the best you can and leave a legacy. It could be for 8 years if you do the right thing.
Yeah.
But the NPP, the NDC at this time has 4 years. People are talking about change the constitution. I haven't read the constitution, but in most constitutions, Kweku, you need 2/3. They have. But once the 2/3 passes with that type of aim, there have to be a referendum with the people of Ghana to agree, say, you ain't changing and I'm ain't changing. It's not cut dry like that.
Yeah.
It's not cut dry like that. And I wish the NDC the best. I wish that the NPP will open their ears widely and listen to the grassroots and do what they want the party to do. Once that is done, the elephant will rise again. Will rise again. Yes.
Show some love, man. My man Pancho was in me. I'll tell the truth. They let the chips fall where they may. Well, drop chips so all over the place, massa. When you lost it from this program there, then I know it's actually.
We'll be a friend lost it. Uncle. Me continue US according. Lost you today. Ediana maka wa ha medidi obi ata na waka secret bi atrem nka he ni mebi okra so.
One more time for the man Pancho Kwabena folks. Thank you very much for joining us for our first KSM show since the election, and this was more or less of a post-mortem, and trust me, we got it plus more. So until we come back again your way with another edition of the KSM show, I want to say a big thank you to Pancho, Kwabena Manu, and until I see you all again, KSM saying, as I always do, we are out of, let the whole world say, here.